The Fall of Jericho victory. Through faithful obedience. Joshua 6:1-20, Joshua 1:5-9, Hebrews 11:30 Introduction. Beloved, the story of Jericho is not just a story about ancient walls falling down. It is a story about faith, obedience, and the power of God working on behalf of His people. The Israelites were no longer slaves in Egypt, but freedom did not mean the end of their challenges. Between them and the Promised Land stood walled cities, strong enemies, and impossible situations. Jericho represents the first major obstacle. It was heavily fortified. Humanly speaking, Israel had no chance. But what Israel could not do by strength, God did through obedience. Hebrews 11:30 tells us, "By faith the walls of Jericho fell down after they were encircled for 7 days." God goes before His people. Before a single step was taken, before a single trumpet was blown, God had already secured the victory. Joshua 6:2 says, "See, I have given Jericho into your hand." Notice, I have given, not I will give. The battle was already won in heaven. Ellen G. White writes, "The captain of the Lord's host was the leader of the armies of Israel, patriarchs and prophets." Pibers 488. This captain was not Joshua. It was Christ Himself, leading His people. Lesson: when God leads, success is guaranteed, even when the path looks impossible. God's methods. Test our faith. God's instructions for conquering Jericho made no military sense. March once a day for 6 days. No talking, no fighting. Just walking, trumpets, and the Ark of the Covenant. On the 7th day, march 7 times, shout, and trust God. Human wisdom would have rejected this plan. Ellen G. White says, "The people were not to utter a word until the signal was given. This was a test of their faith and patience." Patriarchs and Prophets, page 491. God was teaching Israel a lesson they would never forget. Victory does not come by human strategy, but by divine instruction. Application. Many times God's instructions challenge our logic, our culture, and even our comfort. Faith means trusting God when we don't understand Him. Obedience is the key to victory. Israel obeyed exactly as God commanded. They marched when told to march. They remained silent when told to be silent. They shouted when told to shout. They did not modify the instructions. Ellen G. White reminds us, "It was not by their own power that the Israelites prevailed, but by obedience to the commands of God." Patriarchs and Prophets, page 493. Beloved, partial obedience is disobedience. God did not ask Israel to understand the plan. He asked them to obey it. Application. Many believers want victory but resist obedience. But obedience is not the price of victory. It is the pathway to victory. Don't miss Part 2. Thank you for watching. Mwangaza wa Kweli. Please subscribe.